Hey foodie gang, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, I'm sorry. I was having a lot of trouble with setting up the live properly, so I had to create a new one. And my family is late. So I was like, we're gonna start this live stream no matter what, because I already told y'all we're doing Sunday dinner. Let me get the thing pulled up over here. And we have hoisin ginger chicken, some stir fry veggies, sweet chili shrimp, and we just gonna eat and we gonna relax. We're gonna chill, um, and then white rice. I normally like jasmine rice, but I didn't have enough of jasmine rice, so I use long grain rice. Shout out to G Honda. Okay, I'm trying to get y'all pulled up over here. Hopefully, okay, it's working. All right, we finna eat. It's Sunday dinner. We're already late. G Honda said, "Wow." I know who is not only subscribed to this channel, but also has the notifications turned on. And I can tell because the people with notifications turned on don't get here first. Okay? So, let me see how I'm looking. Okay. Everything is finally good. Okay. So, I'm going to make my plate right here. Okay, so I tried a new recipe for this chicken. And we're going to see how it goes. So this is hoisin ginger chicken. So look at all that juice. Look how tender that looks. And then yes, hit the like button. Support the channel. You guys, okay. This is my third live stream today. And when I hopped off of this live stream, or my second live stream, I went on to another content creator's live stream. And that's really what put me behind, because y'all know I'll be talking. Y'all know I'll be talking. Y'all know I'll be talking. So I'm making my plates right here. We got the chicken right there. But this is my third live stream. Check out the other two live streams. The first one, we actually made breakfast today. Normally we make breakfast on Saturday, but we did it on Sunday this week. And thank you, Hina. I cannot pronounce that name, so I was like, I ain't even gonna try. And if I miss anybody's chats, you know what to do. Send it with a super chat so that your comment will get highlighted and you can make sure it gets read. My sister, Toya, was supposed to be bringing over egg rolls, y'all. I'm so mad that they're running late. So mad. But that's okay. That's okay. It's low-key to be expected. Okay, my sister's always late. Sister's always late. And then we got the stir-fry veg here. And I wanted to do this Sunday dinner like family style. So family style is when you have put all the food on the table and then everybody comes around and kind of like makes their plate. So that's what I wanted to do. That's why it looks like this. That's why it looks like this. So this is what I got so far. We ain't done. We're gonna put a little bit of shrimp on here. A little bit of shrimp. Let me use this one to make sure. And this is a sweet chili shrimp, which can also go over your rice. A nice juice. What we got so far? Oh, that sounds good. I love me some beef broccoli. I love Mongolian beef. I really enjoy this type of food. Like Asian, I just love like Asian food. Just love it. It's just so good. And I find myself always making like a stir fry, or I'll be making teriyaki chicken. Ooh, this one year I made teriyaki chicken skewers that went on the grill. Oh, here's my plate. That went on the grill and they were so good. They were teriyaki skewers. On there was green bell pepper, pineapple, the shrimp that are marinated in the teriyaki sauce. You know, I just realized I was like, I don't got a fork. They were really good, and then I put them on the grill so it got some of like that smoke flavor. It was so delicious. So, let me give me a fork. I thought I had grabbed one before we got started. Look and see what y'all talking about. Ooh, Angela said I make ground pork tofu and scallion egg rolls. Ooh, you make your egg rolls from scratch? I have a food group on Facebook, and one of the members, Mr. Pete, he makes his own egg rolls too, and he does all different type of combinations. He does all different types of combination. I have made wontons before. I have not made egg rolls. So I got some soy sauce here, sesame seeds, and then my sister gave me this. It's like a rice seasoning, and I think it has seaweed. Let me come a little closer. And I want to know, have you guys ever had this before? Because I've never had this before. Have you ever had this before? Can y'all see without the glare? Okay, there we go. It's like a rice seasoning, and she just gave it to me. And I'm like, it looks like here that like you sprinkle it on top of rice. I'm kind of nervous. I feel like I would need to get a spoonful of rice and then put that on that particular rice so that all of it's not messed up. And Angela said for kaki. Yeah, is that what it? Oh yeah. Have you had it before? Is it good? Is it good, Chad? Let me know. And hey, Lomax, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, if you guys see me looking down, that's because I have this right here. Hey, Lomax, it's always good when we see you in here. Okay, we're gonna say our prayers. Okay, and then we got all our food. We got stir fry, sweet chili shrimp, ginger, hoisin chicken, and we got rice. Okay, the first thing I'm going to try is going to be this chicken. So I mixed together like a little marinade, which I'm going to give you guys a recipe. I wrote it down. I cannot remember all the ingredients off the top of my head. And then I cooked this in the oven for about 2 hours. And then like the last 30 minutes, I took the foil off so that the top of the chicken can start to brown, and it's just so tender. Mmm. Mmm. I'm not right, Tina. Okay. Angela said, this is slightly fishy seaweed taste. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I might try a little bit of some spoonful. And Lomax, and now Chipo, my family, y'all, yeah, I first started bringing them up here, I already told y'all, I said they crazy. They are running late. My sister called me at like 9. It was like 8:50. She was like, I'm gonna leave the house in an hour. I said, what? What? You gonna leave the house in an hour? So you're gonna be here at 10? I said, girl, I'm about to start this live. And if they knock on the door, they knock on the door. Do y'all have that family member that's always late? Do y'all have family that's late? Mm. Okay. We tried the chicken. We're gonna try the shrimp. This is a sweet chili shrimp. Um, and the juices are kind of mixing, and it's so good. And I use that bottle right there. I'll show you closer up in a second. And no cheapo, you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Your girl been running on the last minute this weekend. I did not hit Uncle up, but look, El Cheapo, and I don't want to say too much on here because I love my uncle, and I love my uncle, but you know how sometimes you just need to take a break from family. But I love my uncle dearly, and if I have some food left over, I will make him a plate and I'll give him a call and tell him to come get it tomorrow. Um, Shrimp is delicious. Sweet chili sauce is just really, really good. I know, and you know what made me mad? The title of this live stream originally was Sunday Dinner with the Family. And so when they told me that they were running late, I was like, okay, it's time to go to Plan B. And then I renamed this live stream. Sunday Dinner with Chef Big Bang when I realized nobody was coming. And yeah, I guess you can call it a mukbang. It wasn't supposed to be because I was supposed to be having other people here to eat it, but that's okay. You know what? When you are at any job or when you're live streaming, you got to go with the flow. And people, especially if you have guests that are coming on your live stream, whether that's virtually or in person, sometimes they are not going to show up. Have a plan B as a content creator. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you already have the date set up. Thank you, people. And then, oh, Altipa. So what I did was I had one live stream and then I renamed it, and then I had another. It's a long story, but Sunday Dinner with Chef Big Bang. But yeah, sometimes you got to improvise as a content creator and a regular person. Like, we've all worked a job where somebody didn't show up. Now I'm gonna try a little bit of these veggies. Are y'all ready for the week? Okay, this is my plan. Because I've been doing this time for tea where we talk about hot topics like during the week. My plan is to find a topic tonight and to do one early in the morning so I can get that out of the way. And for the rest of the day, I'm going to focus on, I got to do laundry. I got to take Ava on her mission. So that's my plan for tomorrow. I'm going to do another live stream early in the morning. But the StreamYard live streams are kind of easy though, or they're easier. Cause I don't gotta cook all this food, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just sit in front of the laptop and hit some buttons and talk. And y'all know I can talk. Okay, and I know I've been talking about it for a long time. We are about to get out of season 3 and go into season 4. For real, for real. That's another reason why I haven't been cooking that much because I'm trying to like get down, like my season finale meal and some of the things I want to cook. I'm like, oh, let me just save it for season 4. But your girl got so much going on. So much going on. And in addition to this channel, I have another channel. But I make children's content. That was honestly how I started making content. I was making children's content. That's why when I be seeing some of these people arguing and yelling at each other, I be like shocked. Hey Drip, how are you doing? Drip, I was just telling the foodie gang that I am gonna do time for tea tomorrow. I'm gonna find the subject and we're gonna talk about it. And when I do time for tea, I love it because it's an open panel. And so it gives me the opportunity to like talk to y'all. I want to hear what y'all are saying, what y'all think, and all that stuff. So we're gonna find a hot topic, find a celebrity. The rappers always got something going on. Okay, so in the last live stream, we'll talk about it with y'all. Foodie Gang Food Panel. There was a super chef named Darnell Ferguson that I reported on about a year ago, right? The reason why I'm bringing this back up is because he recently pled guilty to a couple of the charges. The original charges, get this, y'all. The original charges were strangulation, terroristic threats, and a host of other things. And these allegations were made by his wife, right? But tell me why she came back and said that the police was twisting her words and she didn't really mean that. And her husband didn't do it. It was the police's fault because they twisted her words, they ran with it, and they wanted to take him down, right? That was a year ago. Today, he pled guilty to 2 of those charges. He pled guilty to menacing and harassment, right? And the ex-wife or the estranged wife is now the wife again. So they're back together after all of this happened. Can you say toxic? So we talked about that in the last live stream. Y'all go and check it out. Go and check it out. So yes, we're going to be doing time for tea in the morning. Yeah. You're going to wake up ready. We back to it. And this morning, we made a skillet. And shout out to El Cheapo. She always here when I'm going live. Thank you so much. And I have been really, really busy this weekend, but I'm going to do my best to support other content creators. Okay, Keena. Okay, is it Kili? I cannot pronounce that. Keena. I'll say Keena. You have the broccoli and beef, right? Well, that sounds really good too. And El Cheapo said no problem. And shout out to El Cheapo because she is a full time mom. She works all the time and is a student and a content creator. And you know when some people do a lot of different things, they kind of drop the ball in one area, which is natural when you have a lot of things on your plate. One thing I say about El Cheapo is she ain't dropping the ball at all. She's a great content creator, always supporting other people. She is with her daughter all the time, and she is always grinding. You know, y'all got a lot of excuses out here. A lot of crying going on. A lot of crying going on. But I tell you one thing, you know who ain't making excuses and who ain't crying and getting to it? That's El Cheapo. So I'm talking about, okay? And you know what? She stand on her word. If she say I'm gonna do something, she do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just El Cheapo, you're a good person, a stand up person. Yes, no excuses. She ain't crying. I ain't never heard her complain. Never. Some people, every time you see them, they're crying. Like, bro, it ain't that deep. But the thing about it is, it's hard for other people to notice people because they're kind of insecure about themselves. But if you're a person that's like secure in yourself, you ain't gonna have no problem handing out compliments. You're not gonna have no problem patting somebody on the back when you see them working hard. And I see a whole lot of talking mess. But ain't nobody congratulating nobody on nothing. And one thing we can agree on is that life is hard. You know. Yes, shout out to other people. She getting to it, okay? Whole lot of crying out here. And no, I'm stop. I'm about to make somebody mad. I'm about to say who was crying the most out here, but I ain't gonna do that to y'all. Um, but shout out to it being Sunday. I went to church today. I felt really good. Very busy day. But my Sundays are usually pretty hectic. Yes, and El Chico said life is definitely hard, but we got this. And you know what? You know what song I've been listening to a lot? Affirmations by Flipper. And she be like, hype me up! Hype me up! We are not hyping each other up enough in life. We spend so much time dragging people down that we drag ourselves down. Not me, not you, because we know better, but. Okay. There's this dude on TikTok. His name is Geoff. And what he does is he goes around to like the barbershop, you'll see him, and the grocery store, and he has this dance he does to affirmations by Flipper. Right? And he'll do live streams and do the dance. And he be y'all gotta check him out. Yes, the man with no shirt and the Timberlands. Do you know who I'm talking about? That man, every video I see of him, I leave a comment. Cause he be out there working out, grinding, and when he does his live streams, he be sweating. If you know, then you know. Hey, lady, how are you doing? Lady said, "Miss you, boo. Food eat lit." Lady, I finally, after you done chased me all around YouTube, said all them bad things about me, I made your dish. And then, y'all know, lady was like, "You never make what I want you to make." I finally made it, and I sent you the video on Instagram. Check it out, check it out. And in that live stream, I even talked about you, everything. And lady, the family is running late, or they might not come. I don't know. But because I said that I was gonna do this live stream, I was gonna show up anyway. So they might come, they might not. But the show must go on. And I'm really mad at Toya because Toya was supposed to be bringing egg rolls. And yes, I'm up, Cassandra. Now, if you were at StreamYard Saturday or StreamYard Weekend, how are y'all still up? Because I wake up, still going. I go to sleep, still going. I'm like, look, I can't even compete. I ain't even trying to. I got about 2 hours in me and then I'm done. Okay, lady said, what you make me? I got ginger hoisin, chicken, stir fry, um, sweet chili shrimp, and then white rice. But lady, I made you personally. I made you shrimp and vegetarian tostadas. I even fried the tostada shells myself. Look, when I tell you I'm gonna do something, even if I'm late, I'm gonna do it. Oh, because I'm also, yeah, East Coast. Yeah, what? Okay, so what time is it where everybody is watching from? And lady said, no, but you sent me the vegetarian and shrimp tostadas. And I said, man, I'm so, a lady been asking me for these stuff for so long. When you guys put in a request for food that you want to see me cook, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, it might just take a minute because we got the food queue. Um, we're about to go into season 4 for real, for real. Like this upcoming week, I want to end season 3 and go into season 4. And do some outdoor content. And then Cassandra said 2:05 a.m. I got 10 o'clock here, and I'm in Alaska. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. And ladies, are they organic? Laugh aloud. The tostadas, are they organic? No, I do not. No, every ingredient on there is not organic. But if you want to, that's an easy substitution. For all the ingredients I named, you can just get organic stuff. Lady don't play about this organic. She don't play. But ain't nothing wrong with that. And you know, the thing I really like about this channel is getting to hear about other people's preferences, like food preferences, or like what you guys do and don't like. Is very interesting to me. But the last live stream I did, the Foodie Ain't Food panel, you gotta check that one out because that story was crazy. We covered the super chef Darnell Ferguson, who was accused of like strangling his wife and some other really crazy things. But get this, y'all, they ended up getting back together after that whole situation. And when he made his statement after he pled guilty, she was standing next to him. And yes, Chico, we know you hate sour cream. So do you just do salsa on your tacos? I feel like I seen you eating them and you was putting a whole lot of salsa. You like spicy food, right? What do y'all have planned for this week? Oh, and you know the kids are almost out of school. I need to get Ava signed up for school for next year. But it's crazy because it's like when you first start off the school year, you be feeling like you have so long to go, and then like by the end of it, you're like, dang, that was fast. You're like, dang, that was fast. But one thing I would say is that like last week or two of school, it is so hard to get kids to go to school. Cause they, you know what I'm saying? It's warm outside. They ready for play outside. They ready for summer. They know they ain't really doing much at school anyway. Cause song's over. What do y'all think we should talk about tomorrow? One time for tea. Y'all got any stories y'all want to discuss? And as people said, I just got out the bed and ate this fire banana pudding cake from the restaurant. Now I got the itis. Do y'all know what the itis is? Because some of our friends on YouTube may not know of people. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. The itis is when you eat some good food and you get tired. I don't know if everybody uses the itis or like that term, but I'm gonna say this, and if you are not black and you use it, that's okay. I'm not saying that y'all can't use it, but typically black households we always talk about the itis. I now does anybody else around the world talk about it? Let me know. I'm black, so I'm from a black family. um, but if you know about the itis, you know about the itis. I don't know where the term and the history came from. I really don't know. But it's just what we always refer to after we would eat some good food and get sleepy. Now, do other cultures use that word too? I don't know. Y'all let me know. See, I didn't want to offend nobody because they gonna be like, you always talk about black people. I'm like, yeah, because I'm black. Who else I'm gonna talk about? And then as people said, white folks just say they full. But you know, black people, we gotta be extra. We gotta be like, I got the itis. We can't just say I'm full. We gotta say we got the itis. Yeah. But that's what the itis is, y'all. You know what? Okay, so I remember when I was making spaghetti, the Italians were so mad at me because when I make spaghetti, and I've done it different ways, but when we make spaghettis in our household, we make it in one pot. Now I've had it with the noodles and the sauce separate. I've done that before, and I've also had it with in one pot. In Black people's households, we make our spaghetti in one pot. It's a one pot dish. When I was doing this on live stream, the Italians were so upset, and they were like, "It's hard to watch this." I'm like, "This is how we do it in our households," and um, it's okay. See, the thing about food is like we all cook different. And I think sometimes we're so stuck to how we're used to having it done that we think that that person's way is the wrong way, our way is the right way. That's not the case. It's food. People can make it however they want. But the Italians was so mad at me. And I said, next time I do spaghetti, I'm gonna do it with the sauce and the meat, or the I'm sorry, the sauce, the meat sauce, and the noodles. I'm gonna do it that way next time because they was like, "What did you do it?" And I'm like, "This is how I grew up." You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like when you mix it all in one pot, it stays hotter for longer. But just look at the chicken, and you can see like the skin. So when I bake my chicken, I normally will cover it in foil so that the inside can cook, so that it can be an even cook. And like the last 30 minutes or 20 minutes, I'll take the foil off and I'll let the skin brown up. So it's just like you get the perfect like skin. I tend to bake my chicken a lot. I be trying to avoid frying foods. But today I was gonna eat them egg rolls because they went with the whole meal. Hey Kelly, how are you doing? Kelly said, that looks so good. Thank you so much. I think what I'm about to do is make like a little display plate. So y'all can see the food all together. Cause I'm not done with this. Um, you know what? I really enjoy cooking, and this YouTube channel is perfect because like I get to cook without the stress of like customers or the kitchen. I just get to cook at home and do what I like to do. And that's why I'd be at peace. And we're gonna be here forever, and we can blow up or we can never blow up, but we happy over here. No, people, did you tag me in it on YouTube? And Kelly said, I'm good, thanks for asking. Been a busy day. I went to church. The Empty Stomach podcast, who I do my panel show with, They do their show on a different platform, which is Podbean and Clapper. So I went to church. I went on another podcast on Podbean and Clapper, and then directly after that, I started my. Wait, hold on! I almost forgot. Okay, let me restart. Let me explain to y'all my day because I forgot a whole live stream. Okay, Saturday I did not go live because I had a banquet to go to. So this morning I woke up and I made breakfast with you guys so I could make up that members only live stream. Then I went to church. Then I went on a podcast on Podbean and Clapper, Empty Stomach Podcast. Immediately after that, I started my second live stream, which is the Foodie Gang Food Panel. We talked about the Super Chef. And then I went on No Captivity with Freezy. Right? I was like, I ain't gonna be up here that long. Y'all was up there for like an hour and a half talking. I went on No Captivity with Freezy, and now I'm here. I have not had time today. I'll see but I'll check it out. Oh, she said you inspired me to make breakfast. That's what it's all about. Is like us inspiring each other. And I would say El Chivo inspired me to work harder, and I picked up another little gig. And so I do Uber Eats sometimes. And shout out to El Chivo. But you know what? You want to go for positive influence, okay? Don't have somebody out here influencing you to be twerking and doing craziness and being. No, you need positive influences like myself and El Chipo. Um, what? Okay, El Chipo said I watched the replay of that live stream ending. Are you talking about No Captivity with Freezies, or are you talking about the live stream I did earlier? Girl, okay, so No Captivity Freezy is a great YouTuber. Check him out. Great YouTuber. Check him out. He does this thing on Saturday where they call it StreamYard, and it'll go from like Saturday to Sunday, and it's in 12-hour increments, right? And so this weekend, I didn't have time to go up there yesterday. So in between my live stream ending, I was like, okay, let me pop up on No Captivity Freezer real quick so I can support my home, my brother. Show my support. I really didn't get a chance to watch the live stream before I popped on there. And typically with streamer for with some live streams, I'll watch it first before I go up there. But I'm like, you know what? It's No Captivity with Freezy. Whatever they talking about, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna be good, y'all. Woo! I went out there, I was like, what the heck? But shout out to Freezy. Y'all subscribe, No Captivity Freezy. He be out here working hard, working real hard. And then he also does Bible study on Saturday out of his Discord. He got a lot of stuff going on, doing a great job out here. But yes, LT, but did you see my face? I was like, I got one of those faces where it's like, you can tell what I'm thinking by looking at my face. And I'll be doing it. Like, I'll be like, when something happens, I'll be making a face. And I won't even realize I'm doing it until I watch it back. I was like, why was I looking like that? But Tebow, okay, I'd advise you guys as content creators to watch a little bit of the live stream before you go up there. I think I watched like a minute, but it was good when I saw that minute. And I don't know what happened between that minute and me like getting on the StreamYard, but it was just crazy. But we love No Captivity with Freely over here. We support El Cheapo and a whole bunch of other content creators. But we stay up out this trouble, okay? Y'all ain't gonna find me in no mess. Me and our people don't got time. It's like we be there and we take notes and we know what's going on, but we're really not in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to create that barrier. Like don't come over here with that. Don't come over here with that BS. I'm about to say bullshit. Don't come over here with that. Leave me out of it. But yo, your girl might get caught in some clips though. But yeah, we stay out the mess. We got kids. We got kids and we got our hands full. We got time for that. I didn't even try this yet. Okay, this is fairy coffee. I'm gonna show it to y'all one more time. I'm gonna grab my water too when I get up. I'm gonna show it to y'all one more time. Y'all see it? And then as she would say, I just want to say you are taking your time. Um, I think I eat too fast because that plate would have been gone. You know what? But this is my content. So if I eat too fast, then we gotta go. But you know what my cousin told me before? She was like, you eat like a female. So she was saying I be eating slow. I'm like, I don't feel like I be eating that slow, but apparently I do. Y'all know me, I gotta talk between each bite. I gotta tell y'all what I'm tasting and all that stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a scoop of rice and I'm gonna sprinkle some of this stuff on top of here and I'm gonna try it. And we're gonna see what it tastes like. And then I'm pretty much done eating, so if it's nasty, it's not gonna ruin my palate. Okay, it said it was rice seasoning, so let's see if this works. Y'all see that? It's like it looks like sesame seeds and seaweed. You see that? I'm gonna try that. See what it's hitting for. We're gonna try. I'm gonna sit back down so y'all can see me. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna see what it's hitting for. This is rice seasoning. It looks like sesame seeds and seaweed and probably some other seasonings. So here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, mmm. Okay, so when you first taste it, it has a really fishy taste, like Angela said. And then it gets kind of sweet. It's like putting fish on top of your food. It's very weird. And then it kind of has like a sweet, salty taste. I don't know about this stuff, you guys. I don't know. I need to go get my water. I want to get that fish out of my mouth. Who was buying that? Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad I tried that at the end because that would have ruined my whole meal. I'd have been like, I don't even want to eat no more. This is okay. Angela says she loves it. Okay, Angela loves it. I don't like it. Maybe I gotta try it some more. Why did it taste like that? Okay, let me read y'all the ingredients. Okay, sesame seed, sugar, which is the sweetness I was telling you guys about. Seaweed, salt, maltodextrin, which I think is like a preservative. Dystonium insulinite, which I believe is a preservative as well. So it is sesame seeds, sugar, and seaweed. That is very strange. But I'm glad I tried this, and it's good to try new things because you never know what you do and don't like. Angela, do you want me to send you this? Because I got my little piece of candy right here to wipe that taste out of my mouth. Oh, that was weird. That was, see what I go through for y'all for the game? You see what I go through? That was, I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna eat that. How's you sound cracking up? Look. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Angela said pronounce furikake. Furikake. Oh, that was so weird. But I have my peppermint candy. Get that fish out of my mouth. But what I don't get is if you try that with sushi, isn't that kind of pointless because you're already eating fish or seaweed? So it's like, why would you need an extra seaweed or extra fish flavor on your fish? Isn't that weird? I'm like, how fishy are you trying to make this? But if you like it, that I don't look the reason why there are so many foods in the world and so many different recipes is because somebody didn't like it and they made something else. And it's a seasoning enhancement. Definitely different. Definitely different. Now, if I would have bought, how much does that container cost, Angela? Because I didn't buy it. Somebody gave it to me. How much does that cost? If that is any more than $5, I want my money back. I pull them on the store like, hey, bro, this is so gross. Give my money back right now. I wonder how much that costs though. That's a good question. Okay, that's see, Angela, that's not bad. Any more than $5, I know. But okay, Angela said $2.69 to $3.99. That's not bad. And then if that is a seasoning, there's a lot of seasoning in there. So that's a lot of seasoning in there. Very different. See, that's why I be kind of like when I go into the Asian markets and stuff, I be kind of like scared to try new stuff because it's like, what if I don't like it? And some of the labels you can't really read because they're not in English. Okay, let me make the display plate. Oh, okay. And I was just say it may be better for you with your sweet chicken you have. Oh, I see. I didn't. Another thing I didn't really expect is I didn't expect that to be sweet. It was weird because it was like sweet, but then it had a fishy taste. Very strange. I've never tried anything that was like sweet and fishy at the same time. Very, it was different. Angela, why you didn't tell me? Why you just let me go in there? Not ready. Why you didn't tell me, Angela? But yeah, it was weird. It was like fishy and it was sweet. It's like, what the heck is this? This is the wrong kind of party in my mouth. We need to pick a direction. Are we gonna be sweet or are we gonna be fishy? Yes, and you know what? I used to not be that way. When I would see something that I didn't like, I wouldn't try it. But now I'm more willing to try new things, and I understand like everything ain't for everybody. Like somebody probably loves that stuff, like Angela does, and then somebody probably don't like it, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. But one thing I will say, if you travel anywhere and you're around a certain group of people and they're giving you their food to try, you need to be respectful. Like, if I had went to a restaurant and I was trying it out for the first time, I wouldn't have did all that in front of them people. Because they would have been looking at me like, what? You gonna come up in here disrespecting us like this? So you got to be careful. Like, if you're trying Asian food and you're around some Asians or Koreans and you're trying Korean food, you got to be, you can't be doing the most. And don't go up into a black people house and try nothing and be like, this is gross. They ain't gonna let you walk out. They gonna be mad. You gonna do it. Put a little bit of that juice over the chicken. Let me show you what I got so far. We got our Hoisin ginger chicken, our sweet chili shrimp, stir fry, and some veggies. Oh, and then this is the sauce I use for the shrimp. This is a sweet chili sauce. So when you go to a fine dining establishment, one thing that they do is that they'll clean your plate, and so they'll take a napkin and they'll wet it, and then they'll wipe right here. They'll wipe like this, fold it, and wipe again. And so then that way, when your plate gets to you, it's clean. Another thing that they do in the restaurants is that they put the plates in like in the warmer, like 200 degrees, so that when they put the food on the plates, the food stays warmer longer because the plate is warm. And so that's why sometimes when you go to like Denny's or IHOP and you order like a skillet or something like that, it'll come out to you on a hot plate. The other day I went to a Mexican restaurant. Everything came out super, super hot because they warmed all their plates up. And so when you warm the plates up, it makes the food stay hotter longer. Which, if you're at home, it's not a big deal. But you gotta think, if you're in a restaurant and that plate has to sit in the window for like, a little while, it can start to cool down. And you don't want that. Because you like, when you go to a restaurant, if everyone gets cold food, it's going to affect your tips. And the tips is how a lot of people in the restaurant make money, especially the servers. Not so much the cooks, because, well, the cooks in some cases do get tips, but cooks get paid okay. And the reason why I say okay is because there is a lot of work associated with working in the kitchen. But you will make more money, or, you could make good money in the kitchen. And then you can also move up, but it's just a lot of work in the kitchen. And then dealing with customers is hard. Very, very tough. So, yeah, there we go. Sunday dinner with Chef Big Bang. We have our sweet chili shrimp, our hoisin ginger chicken, which was a new recipe that I tried because I wanted to make my hoisin chicken that I made before, but I didn't have enough soy sauce, so I just wrote a new recipe. Hey Arnell, how are you doing? How are you doing? Arnell, I feel like I already know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say, Arnell. Arnell said, hold on, let me. The only thing about this tablet is it keeps going away. Y'all make sure you hit the like button, support that channel, support that channel. Arnell said, wow. No, you didn't make my shrimp. You're the greatest. Where's the cocktail sauce? Okay, Arnell, you might be disappointed. This is sweet chili shrimp. But what do you? Oh, you want me to make cocktail sauce? I know that. You want me to make like the cocktail shrimp too? The It's like where you cook the shrimp, you cool it down, and then you dip it in the sauce. That is a really popular item. I need to get it because like don't they normally serve in like a bowl or something? You know what? I have some bowls that my cousin gave me, so that might work. Okay, and then yes, this is Zenta right here. Okay, just the dripping cocktail sauce. You know what I'm gonna, or the cocktail dipping sauce. You know what I want to do? I want to make like some short videos and then release them on my channel. And one will be like cocktail sauce, one will be tartar sauce. Cause sometimes when I go live, it's cool, but if you don't have that much time to watch it, you can just watch like the 2 minute, 3 minute video, and know how to make it. Oh, no worries. I know that's what I'm here for, to answer y'all questions and talk to y'all. Um, and if somebody comes and asks right now and you ask what something is, there's no worries. It ain't like I'm doing nothing. That is hoisin ginger chicken. So I got some chicken thighs, cleaned them off really good, and then I made my marinade in a separate bowl. Hoisin ginger and a list of other things. I have a recipe written down too. And then I mixed up really good, and then I put my chicken in the dish that I was gonna bake it in. I did not bake it in that dish. That's just what I'm serving it out of. And then I put my chicken in the pan and I poured that marinade over the top of it. I cooked it in the oven for about 2 hours at 400 degrees. The last 30 minutes, last 20, 30 minutes, I took the foil off so that the top of the chicken can like really brown and really crisp up and absorb that flavor, and then I put it into that dish. So. What did you guys eat today? I know, so you doing too much. I love it. You know what's so crazy? When I worked in the kitchen, when I worked at PSU, Portland State University, this is what I would do. I would have to make like 40 pounds of chicken, a whole bunch of vegetables. We have to do stir fry. I would be making so much rice, and then like I would pretty much do all of this food on a much larger scale. Much larger scale. Sometimes they would prep out stuff, but sometimes they wouldn't. And so this is what I would do. I would do like batch cooking. And when you cook a large amount of food, you have to get the flavors right. Like, and all my food will be good. People will be coming like, oh, that's so good. You know what somebody told me? Okay, I made mac and cheese. And like I said, it was batch cooking at pretty much at both of my jobs that I worked in the kitchen. I did do some line work, just a little bit though. But the majority of it was batch cooking. So when I would have to make mac and cheese, I would have to make like 10 or probably like 5, they call it half sheet pans. I had to make a whole bunch of mac and cheese. But somebody told me, they was like, this is the best mac and cheese I have ever had in my life. I said, oh my gosh. I was like, thank you. That is a great compliment. Like, he was just like, this is the best mac and cheese I ever had in my life. And it's like, wow. When somebody tells you something like that, and I just work here, and it's like, dang, I thought I was having a bad day, but you told me that. Thank you so much. But they absolutely loved me at both of my jobs that I worked. Because I knew I could. When you know how to cook, some people tend to be nicer to you. Because they know you know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? So, but look at that. We got the stir fry and the rice. We got the sweet chili shrimp, ginger, or the hoisin ginger chicken. So good. Anybody can have these same ingredients, but the things that we make and the taste of it is going to be different because not everybody cooks with love. I was and I know, so I never had ginger before. Wow. It's really good. So I use the powdered ginger, and then they have the fresh ginger. when I worked in the kitchen, they would like they did a lot of Asian food. They used to buy a case of ginger every time the inventory would come, and they would use that fresh ginger for infused waters too. But ginger is really good. You gotta get some. You gotta try it. It is like adds a really another layer of flavor. Really important for like Asian cuisine. Ginger can be spicy. Not so much the powdered ginger. If you get the fresh ginger and you put too much ginger in it, it can make whatever you're eating a little like spicy. So it can be spicy, but if you but don't you gotta use a lot. But yes, ginger is really good and has really good health benefits. This woman I used to know when I lived in Portland, she was my neighbor, and she used to have a juicer, and she would do a lot of juicing. And what she would do is that she would juice like oranges and a lot of citrus. She would juice ginger. She would put cayenne pepper in her juice mix too. But cayenne pepper apparently has really good health benefits. Hey, baby. You want some right here, or you want to go out there and Toy, come sit right here and tell us where you been.
We're under the sun. That gross. Oh,
Let's
this is
see.
Ava's new jacket.
Okay.
Special,
Ava, how you doing?
especially given to her from cousin.
No, you gave it. You showed it.
Look, Toya finally showed it with the egg rolls. She finally showed it with the egg roll, y'all. They been asking about you too, Toya.
Man.
Toya, you want me to make you a plate, or you want to have that one, or you want me to make you another one?
Yeah, I want to play. No, like yours look all perfect and pretty and stuff. You know, I like that. I'm hungry.
Ava, what's up? Are you mad at me?
Yes.
I did not leave you over there. Toya said she wanted you to stay over there with her. You guys are gonna watch movies.
Yeah, we ate pizza. Never made it to the movie.
Yeah, we never made.
And then today,
Hi everyone.
Ow,
What's
it
up?
That hurts. She gave me the pillow.
Well, he hit her with the little yellow pillow.
And then he hit me with like some pillow thing, and he hit me in the knee, and then it fell down and it hit me in the ankle, and then
They just been over there
he
just messing with
made
each
fun
other.
of me, and he threatened me, and he called me mean, and called me stupid and the B word, and he cussed at me, and he said the F word. Yeah.
and what did you do? So I know you didn't let nobody bully you like that. Ava, did you do this? You do this, Ava? Look. You do this?
Should have hit him with one of the crutches.
Yeah, somebody do all that. You better hit him back. Yeah, do something. Toya, what do you want? You can sit right there, Toya, if you want. Right there.
Oh, let me get my take the sun off my nose.
You do this.
Oh, here. You candy. You're $5.
Yeah.
Kiki gave me some money.
Hey, Ava just came up. She got all this stuff.
Oh, let me.
You can't for like another 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna put you to sleep, okay?
Okay, let me
So I'm gonna clean this plate out for you.
Okay, I'm gonna join the thing so I can see what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but they was asking about you. They was like, "Damn, you ain't got no family tonight, girl." They don't even want to see me on
Man,
Sunday.
tonight was a whole
They want to see y'all.
It was a whole debacle.
Ava, you can watch TV out here.
Jaden's hair came out nice.
Oh, did
It
you
took
get a picture?
way longer than what I expected.
You get a picture? Or not
Oh,
yet?
she called me Kiki. I'm Toya. I'm Toya.
You know Kiki said, what's up, baby?
Well, so I want to watch TV more because I slept it until like 2.
Okay, well. Okay. So what time do you think you should stay up till? Yo, Ava always trying to bargain. Toy, I'm here to get you a plate. Look, Ava over here trying to bargain for more time to stay up late.
I know. She stayed up. You stayed up real late. Kiki kept calling.
Hey, but you probably got
to.
till like about like 12. And that's late. And you're lucky you.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're even still
And
up.
tomorrow we're doing a lot of schoolwork, okay? We gotta do a lot of reading.
No, she ain't like that. I seen her look.
Ow, that hurt.
She looked away like, no.
Okay, Toy, what you
Hi,
want?
Arnell.
Girl, what you
I
want?
want everything.
Girl, what you
I
want?
want it all. My eyes are big, but my
Toya,
stomach is small.
tell us how your day was.
Today, man.
I have to put your food in the microwave too to get hot.
Today has been a very eventful day. Everything took longer than I expected.
It did.
Yeah. It definitely did. And then Kiki, man, I was just like, I'm so done. Kiki said, oh yeah, come pick me up. Man, I called her. She wasn't even ready. They are pork fried egg rolls. I don't know what's actually in them because they were bought from the stove.
Toy, when are we gonna have to make? Oh, you know what I saw somebody making on another channel?
Mm-hmm.
They make Philly cheesesteak egg rolls.
I do want to try it. But these are the pagoda pork egg rolls. I do know that. Because I was like, let me just get the pagoda ones because I want to say pagoda's like super popular. But yeah, the pagoda egg rolls. The pork ones. I'm not too much of a fan of the chicken egg rolls. They are alright. They just not as good as pork ones.
Oh, the chicken ones?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it just doesn't taste as good. It's I think it's for certain people.
Oh, I tried that stuff you gave me.
What's that?
This. Toy
What
gave me
was
this,
it?
y'all.
I be finding stuff and I just be like, ooh, yeah, maybe she might like this. Here you go.
Troy, I tried
How
it.
is it?
Not for us. Not for us.
That's all I need to know.
Not for us, Toy. It's not our kind.
Oh.
And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But Toy, you should try it. Nah, Toy, never mind. No, you
I know. Yeah, I just thought about that.
You want an egg roll too?
Yeah. I probably. I'll take one.
I am gonna eat me egg roll. I got some footstuffs right there too, no more cuts.
I know, me too. And guess what? She ain't got no sweet and sour sauce. The sweet and sour sauce? Oh no, you know what goes so good on an egg roll? Duck sauce.
Ooh. You know what? I still
have
make
to
those
try it
wontons.
with some duck sauce. I'm telling you right now, you can be like, she was right. And I'm like, yes.
I need to make them
I don't know why, but
wontons.
it goes real. It's sweet, savory, but it's not as sweet as like sweet and sour sauce. But it has a sweet, subtle taste to it. But it's really good with the pork egg rolls. Yeah, if you whatever grocery store you got near you, go to that international aisle and look for duck sauce.
Yes, but tell me about the wontons. That's sauce.
We had my cousin makes crab wonton. They are so bomb. I don't think he uses he has his own way of making a crab wonton because some people who make the crab wontons they use cream cheese. He don't use cream cheese.
I think he does use cream
Does he
cheese.
use? I don't think I've seen him use cream cheese.
I think he does, but I don't think he uses that much.
Yeah,
You know how
I think
some
it's
people-
like because the ones you get from the store have a lot of cream cheese in it. But his, I don't know what filling he used. Maybe he did use a little bit of cream. I don't know what he used, but I know it is bomb.
I know one thing. I'm trying to make him in season 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that.
Because when he makes it, it's so good. It's a process to make them, but it's so good.
And you can eat
But
it by
that duck
itself.
sauce,
Woo.
duck sauce, I swear to God, duck sauce will put it on point even more. Like you got your seasoned food, and then you put that.
Without the duck sauce, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Straight
Sweet
up.
and sour sauce is good too, but that duck sauce is hitting. Duck sauce, where is that? And it's in the international section where they got like the teriyaki sauce, the sesame oil, sesame oil, the rice oil, all that stuff is right in that area. It says duck sauce on it, and they got like a couple different brands. That's what I should have got. I was at the store, and I don't know why I didn't think about that. The moment you should say when I said something about them egg rolls, I should have been like, oh, let me get that duck sauce.
And you know what's crazy? I think that duck sauce costs a little bit more than like the others.
It does.
Than soy sauce, because when you go to like Asian restaurants and stuff, they never offer you duck sauce.
Yeah, they have the packets, but you really gotta ask for that stuff too.
Yeah, you gotta ask for it.
I think it's more expensive, and
me too.
It really is sauce. I think it's, sauce from the duck, but it's
What? What you think it's sauce from the duck?
It gotta be. I never looked up the ingredients yet. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I know duck
You said sauce from the duck.
It's
crazy.
I mean, it said duck sauce on that man.
I wonder now. I'm curious what goes inside of it.
Duck sauce is more like the sweet and sour sauce. It has
and it's like in a yellow jar.
Yeah, it has that same consistency as the sweet and sour sauce. Has more like how the sweet and sour sauce is more like a jelly type thing. I guess I would say like
or
jelly, yeah, but
gelatin. I think that's how you pronounce that word.
Yeah, but it's different from the sweet and sour sauce, and it's really good. Really, but you also have to figure out what brand of duck sauce you like too, because there is different brands.
We used to get like a yellow bottle.
Yeah.
Or it was like a yellow jar, I would say.
Yeah.
It was like a jar.
Different ones have different tastes to it. They all taste similar, but some of them have more other things in there. But if you ever go to a Chinese restaurant, like, hey, you got some duck sauce? They like, yeah. Get some of that duck sauce and try it instead of buying an actual jar. And then,
Oh, that's really smart because like once you buy a jar and you invest, that's it.
Yeah, she actually has the sweet chili sauce right here. She has some sweet chili sauce. I know we eating dinner late, but it's okay. It's good. I arrived late. Very eventful day. Hello, Tsp. How are you?
You said Kiki?
No, Tsp.
Oh, okay. I hate that. Kiki. I'm like, what? Oh, and tell us what happened to Kiki. She just doing other stuff? Or what? I just talked to her briefly.
Oh no, I took her downtown. That took forever.
Oh, she doing something else. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all, Kiki's always on the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm broken.
You are not broken.
I mean,
Barely broken.
What? You're not broken yet,
my name is broken because I'm broken.
You ain't broken. Hey, look. Oh, I'll do it for you, actually, because you probably can't. I'm going to put the TV on 7. But I'm going to burn some water real quick.
I dyed Jaden's hair.
Okay.
It came out really good. We tried to go for the
Ava, you hungry?
she hurt her leg. So she's on 2 crutches and she got a cast on right now.
Ava, can you let me go first? I'm trying to see down with you. I'll make something. Yeah, she hurt her leg at gymnastics.
You do not do that when you're yourself.
Ava really not just hurt y'all, because even with her being hurt, she's still been going to gymnastics. And when she go there, she don't be acting like hurt like how she be acting at home.
Oh no. You be playing me.
She be acting weak and fragile at home. It's like, girl, you know this ain't the case, but okay.
Mm-hmm. But I dyed Jaden's hair. It came out really nice. I'm actually kind of glad they went to a honey blonde. It went to a brown, well, it went to like a dark honey blonde, which is actually okay with me. I was like, cool. It was really nice. And I only did like the tips of his hair.
Okay.
He wanted more, but I was like, no.
Yeah,
You don't get any tips.
yeah. Pretty soon he'll be wanting to color down his scalp.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
He'll be looking like Chris Brown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Toy, you hear about Chris Brown? How he got arrested in another country?
Yeah, you told me a little bit about it.
Oh, they not playing with him. Yeah, okay, so I think it was time for tea on Friday. I think it was Friday or Thursday. I played the video of Chris Brown leaving court in Manchester. That bus full of prisoners was driving so fast. It was shocking. It was on TikTok. I have to send you the video. This bus was driving so fast. It was like, bro, I hope Chris Brown got a seatbelt on. And everybody in the comments was like, why is it going so fast? Man, if the paparazzi would have stood in the road, they would have got hit.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, maybe he was going that fast because he didn't want paparazzi standing in the street. I don't know. But they wasn't playing. I'm like, that's how you know he wasn't getting out.
She said, Joanne said, did you hear about the TikTok influencer that got murdered live streaming in Mexico?
I have not watched the video, but I did hear a little bit about that. Maybe we can dive into that on tomorrow for Time for Tea. I did hear something about that though.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Lady, the weather it's all right. It's been kind of like going back and forth between rainy and sunny.
I tell you what, it's much better than winter.
It sure is. Definitely better than
Yeah,
winter.
so you gotta stop complaining.
I ain't complaining.
Yeah.
I'm glad we out of winter. You know how many times I go start that car and then wait like 30 minutes for it to warm up?
Mm-hmm.
And then pray to God that the car actually started because how cold it was?
Explain to them why you gotta start your car, because they're not in Alaska. They don't get it.
Okay, so in the wintertime, they really tell you not to start your car and leave it running. But a lot of people don't do that. Nobody be listening to that mess. Because, like, when it gets to, like, okay, like this past winter, I think we had negative, I think the lowest was like -3. No, actually, it dipped down lower than that. It dipped down to like -4 and 5. So what happens is, when you don't start your car, and it starts slowly dipping down low, your car has a hard time starting. The oil in your car tends to freeze at certain points, and so it makes the car have a really hard time trying to turn over, and it makes it rough on your car. That's why most people, like in the wintertime, some people, if you have auto start, they just hit the button on the car and let it warm up. Even if it's like for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, you know, keep the oil hot, keep the oil warm in your car. Or some people plug their car in. But this winter, man, I don't know how many times I thought my sister's car was gonna start and that mug did not start at all. I was so disappointed. It took me like 3-4 hours to get the car to start. It was
wow.
horrible. I was just like, well, I had to tell Kiki take Uber. I'll
Take
pay for
Uber,
it.
girl.
We ain't making it.
Okay, I'm gonna sit over here and I'm gonna try to get me in the camera.
But right, it's not cold right now. The weather's not cold right. It's chilly because like it's a lot of rain, but usually around this time it's not as warm as it will be. Our warm months are like July and June, and then at the end of June it starts getting cold again. No, the end of July it starts getting cold again.
Toya finally came with egg rolls. That's why I was like, let me stay on live as long as possible to see if Toya gonna show up.
Dang.
Y'all finna give up though.
So she got murdered by the cartel.
Stay on live. Stay on live.
They showed her being more murdered. That's why I said that's crazy.
The TikToker?
Yeah.
They showed all that. I might have to do a deep dive into that story. I didn't. Wow. And that all happened like last week, didn't it? Because it just happened. I feel. Wow, that's terrible. I'm gonna grab this tablet on the bottom. So I was using this tablet to look. Let me turn it a little bit more. Ava, what you doing? I gotta get.
Shoot,
Ava,
James
she's
class might just get a. James class might not get nothing from me.
Shoot. Oh, okay. So Ava had the banquet, right? This is who Ava watches on YouTube. These are famous friends. And for the banquet, I just brought napkins and chips. I didn't even make anything. It's just like, cause like you gotta be realistic. Like, do I really have time? I don't. Do I have time to do this? Probably not.
I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking in the morning, do I really want to sit here and fry all this stuff? No. No, I can save my money and just say forget it. I might as well buy some donuts. The level of I don't want to do this no more is way up there. Hello? You not eating some food? Huh? There's shrimp, rice, and vegetables on top, egg roll, and chicken.
Tell her to tune into the live. Or is that what's the name?
Look, Kiki.
Tell her to tune into the live and she'll see what we having.
TT said tune into the live and you'll see what we having.
Then she ain't gotta call and ask.
You about to look?
She's trying to get a plate, huh? That's Kiki always trying to come into here and get a plate.
How is it over there?
Joanne said she was given a Starbucks bag, a teddy bear, and the third thing was getting shot. Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that story. Cause I did see that on my on YouTube, but I didn't like click on it. It's just so much going on these days. But we have one of the egg rolls that Toy brought. And it has some soy sauce here, so we can get the egg roll tried. Wow. How old was she, Joanne?
Yeah. I mean, there ain't nothing really. Well, you know what you have to do. You just got to do it.
She was 23 and she was on live when it happened. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely look into that story because that's sad.
I'm full. On my mark. You said Marissa's heading over there?
Wow. Was she American or she was like American living in Mexico?
I'm gonna say, you wanna bring me some food?
Wow,
Want me
that's
to bring you some
crazy.
Alright.
400,000 TikTok subscribers. Man, I just watched this video. This guy was saying he had a million views on one of his TikToks,
Alright.
right?
Join it live.
He had a million views, right?
Join it live, because I'm gonna read the comments.
And he only got
Alright,
86 cents for the TikTok that did over a million views. And he was like, man, TikTok, y'all know y'all wrong for this. I'm so tired of TikTok. He was like, I'm gonna go over to YouTube because TikTok ain't paying. That's what he said.
How many views you have to have for you get paid?
I don't know, but he said he had a million views on one of his TikToks, just one of them. And he only got 86 cents for that TikTok.
What?
I do not know anything about TikTok. I am not sure. But he is not the first person that I've heard that TikTok don't pay that much. And so they were saying, like, all these creators who are super rich, they be lying, allegedly. And Joanne said she was Mexican and she had over 400,000 TikTok subscribers. Hey, Stan, how are you doing? Hey, Stan. Stan's one of my good YouTube friends.
What's up, Stan? Stan the man.
Okay, and she was on live when it happened. Did the person that harmed her, did they harm her because they saw her location? Or, see, this is why I just need to do my own research, because I've been having so many questions. And Toya, tell them how I've been nosy all my life and how I used to grill you.
You ain't lying. I used to get mad at Titi because she started asking questions I don't even know the answer to. I'm like, nigga, I was not there.
And y'all know me as Chef, but they call me Titi. That's my nickname.
I just know
But-
the logistics. Like certain small things.
They be like, Titi, don't ask me all the questions. I don't know. And so it's funny now that I got this YouTube channel.
Oh, she said her friend hired the cartel to kill. That is an evil friend. That's an evil, evil friend.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, picky butt.
I don't know.
I ain't making no food for those kids. I thought about that, man.
You know what's crazy? Ava's complaining about she's hungry while there's all this food right here. Look, veggies, chicken, egg rolls, rice, shrimp. If you did not know who her mom was, you would think Ava was really starving and was not treated good. But this is what we're eating for dinner. And she don't want none of it.
She did at my house. I could be cooking some bomb meals.
I'll tell y'all this, to tell y'all, Ava's not struggling like that, okay? There's plenty of food here.
Yeah, she just acting like a little starving child. She's like, I don't want this.
She's picky.
You know what she told me this morning?
What
And
you
she
say?
got lucky. I be falling for these kids, little mess man. Like the kids just know I can be a little pushover. It's like
She acting like she's talking, I'm hungry.
she woke up this morning. She was like, "I'm hungry." I said, "Okay. What do you want? A donut?" I said, "No, Ava, I'm not giving you that." Then she was like, "Well, I'm hungry. Can you just make me something to eat?" And then she was like, "I want a pizza." I was like, "There's no more pizza left." And she's just naming stuff. I was just like, "Oh my god!" I said, "All right, I'll make you something."
Wow, Joanne, that's crazy. Joanne said she got unalived in the nail salon she owned.
That is super cool.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that story, Joanne, because there seems like there's a lot of like twists and turns, depending on like, we'll see. Some stories be so sad. I'm like, I don't even want to report on this. I'm gonna leave this to the real reporters who really reporting on stuff like this.
Okay, there we go. I think about that.
And Stan, what's up? Stan said generally YouTube pays more than TikTok. I have heard that before. YouTube offers a wider range of monetization options and on average pays higher CPMs, cost per mile or cost per 1,000 views. And Drip said, wow. And then Stan said, however, TikTok can also provide significant income, especially through the Creator Fund and other programs, according to some sources. Thank you so much, Stan, for that.
So I guess it really all depends.
I don't know anything about TikTok.
Yeah, I like TikTok, but I don't know if I haven't got into it too much. But I've easily got I think every video I have on there, I only got like 5 or 6 videos. They all got 1,000.
I've been seeing, that's good, Toy. I've been seeing a lot of people going live on there. They have like, you know how they be doing like panel shows on YouTube? I've been seeing those panel shows on TikTok. But this is what I think. YouTube is known for its long form content. That means that you can be up here for like a whole hour talking, right? Versus making a bunch of like short videos. So in my mind, because you are on camera for a longer amount of time, talking to people, engaging with people, YouTube seems like it would pay more because you can run more ads on it and all that stuff. But I think TikTok will be good for getting your brand out there. And I've heard good things about the TikTok shop.
I think a lot of the videos on there right now, there's a lot of people that buy stuff off TikTok shop. And it's crazy too because there's like the Time-O straightener. It was on TikTok shop and now it's inside Target.
Yeah, that TikTok shop is good, and TikTok is good for getting your brand out there.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of YouTubers, what they'll do is that they'll be monetized on every platform. Of course, that's not something you do overnight.
Yeah, nothing's overnight. Unless you did some off the wall stuff and it was a crazy video and everybody started sharing the mess out.
But sometimes that quick success don't really last long. And Stan said you have to study how they both pay out. Very, very true.
Oh, you can see that from over there?
From right here, yeah, I can see that. But from right there, I can see it.
I can't read nothing. I see words.
The name.
I'm glad I realized, man. That's why I've been wearing my glasses sometimes. So I sure can't see. It looks blurry from right here. But yeah, you do gotta study how they pay out them and different things. I think that probably would improve how you would get paid out too, and probably shares and views and certain things. Because there's a lot of people on there that just make videos.
And then Joanne said, I don't do TikTok. I almost got catfished on there. Yeah. Look, I'll never ask y'all for money. I don't know if I'm famous, if I have enough subscribers and stuff, but sometimes on these YouTube channels, you'll see somebody in the chat who's a scammer.
Aw,
and they'll act like they're a content creator.
Aw, thank you.
Aw, thank you so much, Truth. Toya, you want to read it?
Just stopping by to show love and support. Remember, keep smiling. Thank you. We gonna be up here smiling.
And you know what's funny, Truth? I've been on here for almost like 2 hours. Toya just got here like 20 minutes ago.
I mean, hey.
And then you show up, Truth. Do you got a tracker on my sister?
Yeah. I'm getting followed.
Yeah. Do you got a tracker on her? But we're talking about TikTok and all that stuff. I normally serve it with some ranch.
Alright.
But okay, so I was reading the comments on that particular video. This guy on TikTok said he had one short with over 1 million views and only made 86 cents on the TikTok. I don't know if this is true, but that's what he said. And so I was reading the comments, and in the video he did say he was going over to YouTube. Somebody said in the comments, TikTok doesn't pay good anymore because it's oversaturated. It's like everybody and their mom got a TikTok, you know? I've also heard from my brother that TikTok don't pay well. I don't know. I'm a late bloomer on TikTok. Like, I just got a TikTok probably like a year ago. Maybe less than that. Toya been telling me to get a TikTok forever. But I didn't want to because I felt like they were using TikTok to spy on me. But if you really think about it, they're already spying on us, allegedly. Yeah. Truth teller said, I tell y'all. Look. What you gonna tell us about truth? What type of truth you got? But okay, in the morning we're gonna be doing time for tea. I'm not sure of the subject yet. We might get into that TikToker story. Cause I did hear a little bit about that.
I love my TikTok. It's fun. I be watching. I like TikTok and I have Facebook. Those two I
TikTok
use.
is so funny.
I have Instagram, but I barely log into that much, like at all.
I don't really use my Instagram much, but one thing I noticed is that a lot of the content creators on YouTube use TikTok. I mean, use Instagram, and so I've been using it more because they'll like send me messages on Instagram. But besides that, I don't really use it.
Yeah, like and Twitter. I don't. I had a Twitter account, but the last time I probably logged to that mug was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember none of the information for it. Like,
And thank you so much, Truth. Y'all show some love to Truth. And you guys support the channel so that we can continue to cook, eat, and enjoy food. Um, Toya, you want to read that last comment?
there's an Instagram live. Um, do you get paid from Instagram?
I think you get paid from any social media platform. I just don't know how the pay system works on Instagram.
Huh?
There was this girl I knew who had like 30,000 followers, and I don't know if she wasn't in like the program to get paid, but for some reason she wasn't getting paid. And I'm like, girl, what you doing all this for?
Whoa. So, for 1 million views, TikTok's creator fund typically pays between $20 and $40. YouTube earnings for 1 million views are generally higher, ranging from 3,000 to 5,000. However, YouTube earnings can vary widely based on factors like ad revenue, watch time, and content niche. You better stick to YouTube.
Oh, you know what? Somebody said in the comments on that video of the guy on TikTok. Somebody was like, TikTok banned me a couple of times, and they keep banning me. So I just went over to YouTube. I said, dang, that sucks. And then, like, for me, I back up all my videos. So if something happens, I have all my videos saved. And so always back up your videos. Always save them. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. But when I was doing research, when I first was getting into the YouTube, because Ava's friend started Ava's Playtime, and then I took it over, and then that's how we got started. Research.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Some kids started Ava's Playtime, and they put one video on there, and they shot like a intro video, and I was like, this is amazing.
That's how her thing got started.
Yeah, some kids started Ava's Playtime. But we had already picked out the name, but some kids actually set it up. They got Canva. They got YouTube Studio, which is for content creators. I didn't know any of this. And then after they did that, I'm like, well, we only got one video on here. But Ava loved it. And she always wanted to be a YouTuber. And she's always watching YouTube. And so Ava has this YouTube thing in the bag, okay? I didn't have to really direct much. And then we just went around shooting videos, her playing. We did one time where we turned her room into a classroom, and Ava was a teacher. I think this was when she was like 6. So she was we just did all type of stuff. But yeah, I told you some kids started Ava's Playtime.
I never knew that. You never told me that. That's what's up.
And yes, Joanne, I've heard that YouTube can ban YouTube. Yes, that is very true. Yeah. Very true. That's why, like Stan said, you should read the rules or the guidelines as much as possible on any platform. Before you get too far into it.
Yeah, because there's certain words you can't say.
And that's why I said it's good to back up all your content. And then Joanne said, I have YouTube Studio. I don't go live, but my videos have 1.2K viewers.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you don't have to even go live. There are some people who just do shorts. Some people who just do pre-recorded content.
Mm-hmm.
You everybody's content strategy is different. Some people want to go up there and they want to argue and they want to get the cash apps. Some people don't want to do that and it's going to take them longer. Everybody's strategy is different. But Truth, I saw you up there too. Truth, you've been making content. Truth, tell us about your channel. Yeah. Tell us about your channel. And then, I feel like I looked on your channel before, Joanne. But can you remind us what you do on there? I feel like I looked on there before. So you want to read that one?
Yeah. She said I do cooking segments and get 1.3K viewers. That's what's up. And Stan said new TikTok and YouTube influencers also face several common misconceptions. One, instant frame. Many newcomers believe that viral success is easy and happens overnight. In reality, gaining a substantial following typically requires constant effort, creativity, and time.
Mm-hmm.
And Truthell said, I'm just a nobody with a deep voice on YouTube. That means you being seductive. Truth over here, being seductive.
So is that what you got from that?
Heck yeah.
What?
He said, I got a deep voice. And I'm just a nobody. That means you be like, hey, baby.
Truth. We just
How
want to
you
know.
doing? And then the girls will be like, oh my God.
Truth, we just want to know if you own a pair of Timberlands. Yeah. Do you own a pair of Timberlands and a firefighter outfit?
Oh no, you did.
Look. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna show you the truth.
Okay, Stan says simple content creation. Some think creating engaging videos is straightforward. In truth, it involves planning, filming, editing, and understanding audience preferences.
Very true.
That's very true.
Very
You gotta
true.
kind of keep up with what everybody's into at that moment. Right now, is everybody in that little line dance stuff right now? You make a video about that, somebody gonna see it. And Truth says, as long as Toya is paying attention.
I'll wait for you to read that one, Toya.
Black and construction.
Woo! I feel like we shouldn't even be here when Truth and Toy.
All right, yeah, he got hard hats and Timberlands and a safety vest. Says monetization is quick. Influencers may assume they can start earning money immediately. However, brands usually seek established accounts with a significant engagement before offering sponsorships. That is very true, especially with TikTok, because I don't think a lot of people can go live on TikTok until you get you start getting a certain amount of views on your videos. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like my videos on TikTok look like little thirst traps.
Wait, tell Truth what your TikTok is so he can come find you.
It's Miss Solistic. That is my name on TikTok.
True.
It's Miss Solistic, and it looked like I got thirst traps on my TikTok page. Each video got like 1,000+ views. And then it told me I could go live. I was like,
Toya,
what?
What you have on there? You got thirst what?
It looked like thirst traps. I can't lie.
But Stan, I'm so happy to see you here. Truth, shout out to Truth. And Joanne, I feel like I checked out your channel before. Are you in Are you in the U.S. or are you in another country?
Then Stan said only popularity counts. New influencers often focus solely on follower count. Engagement rates, niche relevance, and community interactions are equally important for building a loyal audience. Content that I'm just gonna remove that whole word because my doesn't matter. There's a belief that any content will work as long as it's trendy, genuine, reliable. Content tends to resonate better and build lasting connections with viewers. True. Platform exclusivity. Some influencers think they must stick to one platform. Cross promoting content across various platforms can help reach a wider audience. That's very true.
Very, very true.
Very true.
Because a lot of the people from Facebook will come to TikTok and vice versa. Cross promoting is great. I actually met my co-host for the Food Game Food Panel off of Facebook. A lot of the people that I've interviewed, I've met on Facebook. So cross promoting is great. That's why I got the TikTok and the Instagram, even though I'm not on there a ton. It still is a way to get my brand out there. What did you say? What you laughing
Man,
at?
he said, I'm about to create a TikTok page now and fall for the thirst trap.
Prove you don't got no TikTok, yeah. Go ahead and make you want to mix out listy.
Yeah, you know what, Stan? I've heard that the analytics, and I forgot it was Mr. Beast on YouTube who talked about it. He said people need to pay attention to the analytics on
Analytics.
Yeah,
It's a hard word.
There's some words I just ain't gonna say right. Accept it. But he said that people need to pay attention to that, and especially that and certain things that are trending at the time. And try
But
to,
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Them analytics, sometimes they break them down too much. Like, all right, I don't know what I'm looking at.
all right, Drip Queen.
Okay, Drip said I balance TikTok and YouTube. Yes, I think it's great to cross promote. All this doesn't happen overnight. You don't get all these social media platforms in one night. You do it over time. And Stan, I wish I would have met you when I first started my YouTube journey. Because I had some videos that went viral and I thought I was going to get like overnight success on Ava's Playtime. But I wish I would have met you in the beginning of my social media journey. But it's okay, Stan. I'm glad you came 2 years later.
Yeah, it's all good
But
though.
I could have saved a lot of time talking to Stan. What you over here giggling about?
Oh no, True said type it out for me.
Oh, type I misunlisted.
Oh,
Girl, you go home.
I was like, what?
And Drip said 907 East, I'm making it on TikTok. That's great. And I have met some amazing creators off of TikTok. I actually react to TikTok videos sometimes. And I reacted to this TikTok video where this guy burnt the ribs up till they were like ashes. I was actually able to get that guy to come onto 907 Goodies and explain the video to us. So, all the social media platforms are great. Instagram, I ain't met nobody out there because I can't stand Instagram, but I'm on there.
Yeah, I'm not an Instagram person. I'm like, no.
Bro, the ribs caught on fire. I'm surprised that grill didn't go up in flames with it. The way the ribs was burned, he said it was dust.
You imagine just watching the whole grill just whew.
Yes.
You just like, yeah.
And hey, lady, you still up in here? And Stan said, neglecting networking. New influencers may overlook the value of collaborating with others. Stan, I agree with you so much on that. And I feel like when I first got on YouTube, um, I feel like I was like collaborating as much. I was kind of just doing my own thing. And then I started realizing how networking was good because you support the people, they'll come and support you. Whether that's just by leaving a comment, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That definitely makes sense. Everything you said is very accurate.
yeah, Stan,
Yeah.
why didn't we just ago. Could have saved me a lot of time. And that's why live streaming can have its benefits and it can have its negatives if you be caught in the mess. But when I live stream, this is a positive channel. I'm not doing all that arguing and stuff. We tired, right, Toya?
Yeah.
We tired and low
I mean,
down.
I had enough arguing in my life. We're done.
That's how I feel. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. I am tired.
Yeah, you just get to that point like, oh, you want to argue? No, we good.
And Drip said I am on my grind. I know that's right. I was just talking to El Chipo earlier about how El Chipo don't make no excuses. She don't be complaining about nothing. She just get to it. And she make it happen.
Stan, you was in the army?
Yeah, Stan was in the army and he has come up before, but his avatar, I see him on a lot of other panels, is a picture of him in his uniform. That's you, right, Stan? I assume that that's you. You know what, Stan? Like, I could definitely see you. Do you have a channel? Do you make content?
I really wanna start up my gaming channel. I need to. I just don't understand the whole streaming it from the computer. Well, not from the PlayStation to the computer to online. I don't get those parts. That's what's up.
I watch a lot of these
That's what's
help
up.
videos on YouTube.
Go ahead, Sam. You know, a lot of people they try to do the military, but they are mentally not strong for it. So I commend you on that.
Yes, and Stan, we like Stan over here. Stan got some sense about him. You know what I'm saying? Stan be like, this wrong, that's wrong. And then, but this is the part I like about Stan. He was like, this is what we can do to fix it or change it. Because, some people just be complaining.
Yeah, they never give a solution.
Never give a solution.
It's like, shut up.
Stan come with some
Be quiet.
solutions.
You ain't gonna help. But Stan, you got a lot of knowledge for and that's what's up.
No, but what I was gonna say, Stan, I could see you making content about how to help other content creators.
And yeah,
A lot of people are actually watching videos like that. I was watching it too.
Yeah.
They be like, I got my first YouTube check in the mail. The first check from YouTube does not come in the mail. None of them do. They go to your bank account. I was very surprised when I got my first check. I was like, what? All those videos are not telling the truth. Does not come in the mail. Okay?
The lies.
It's all for the hype.
I know. I need to watch some videos on how to start up, like how to get my gaming system going, because it's so confusing. It's a little confusing to me because
I need to watch it too.
Yeah, I want to do like where you can see me playing and you can see me talking, and then on the side you have the actual game, and I mean I have that 4K graphic card, the 4K
Capture card.
Yeah, I have that, but I just don't get the rest of the stuff that's supposed to go into it. So it gets a little confusing to me.
Yes, and Ava on her YouTube channel, she wants to start making Roblox videos or Dress to Impress. So I got a capture card myself, and I need to look into how all that works because I want to start. Ava wants to make gaming videos. And so I need to figure out how to get that working for her. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to use this capture card for, but maybe I can use it myself.
Yeah.
But I got to figure it out. I didn't even take it out the box, I'm going to be honest with y'all. But I did get it.
Girl, I had mine for the last 2 years.
Ava's going to be a gamer. And you know what? There are just certain things your kid wants to do. It's like, why not support them? They ain't doing nothing bad. I
was surprised Jaden said I wanted to dye my hair. He's like, I don't want the whole thing dyed. I want this dyed. I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be surprised about the little things that they ask to do, and then it's amazing that you got this little you wanting to do all this stuff. Okay, Stan said starting a
Okay.
gaming channel on social media can be an exciting endeavor. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you launch and grow your channel effectively. Choose your platform, decide where to focus your gaming content. Popular options include YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. Each platform has its strengths, so consider where your target audience spends their time. That is a good
Mm.
point because I see a lot of people do TikTok. They get a bunch of views quickly, and they also have Twitch going at the same time.
I've seen that too. I've seen, you see people on YouTube, they'll be streaming it to Twitch at the same time. That's okay. So speaking of which, StreamYard, you can use my link and receive a $10 discount. StreamYard is great because you can multi-stream to a number of platforms, and I believe Twitch is one of the platforms that you can stream to from StreamYard. And
Yeah.
that's why they have platforms like that because through YouTube you cannot stream to other places like Facebook and Twitch. You can't do that. So you need a website or an app that does that, and that's what StreamYard does. Use my discount code. I love StreamYard.
hmm However, the one thing I did notice that when you're on TikTok, you legitimately cannot say, "Hey, I'm on Twitter." I do not know why, but if you say it, I guess they will end your channel on TikTok.
Hmm?
Well, they'll shut your live down. Cause I've
Damn, what?
yeah several video gamers they will not say they'll say T or they'll say like a little code word the purple app. Yeah, we're on the purple app over here. They will not say Twitter. No, not they won't say Twitch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
I've
heard
noticed that.
that.
Like a lot of gamers do not. They
Mm.
have code words for what they're talking about.
I haven't heard that before. But that's another thing. There are certain trigger words on YouTube that we try to avoid. Like Stan said, just do your research.
Okay, and then it says select a niche, identify your specific areas of focus while gaming. This could the gaming walkthrough tutorials, review, live streaming, particular genre like RPGs, FPS, or indie games. A select niche attracts dedicated audience. Create a band.
A
Develop your
brand, yeah.
brand. Develop your channel's name, logo, overall branding. Consistent branding across platforms helps create a recognizable identity. Consider your channel's theme, colors, and tone of voice. Gathering equipment in the invest in the necessary equipment for high quality content. This may include a powerful gaming PC or console, a good microphone for clear audience, webcam for face cam videos or streams, screen recording software or capture card for gameplay footage, video editing software to polish your videos, plan your content, create a content plan that outlines your video ideas, posting schedules, and types of content. Yes, one thing about the gaming stuff, there's a lot of stuff that go into it.
I
A
think that
lot of stuff, but
sometimes
it's worth it.
we can get caught up in, oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, I don't have this. I think another thing that people need to do just get started. Just get started. If you will upgrade your equipment later, I say just get started so that you can learn as you go. Because you're not gonna have top of the line equipment when you first get started. You might have to work your way up. You might have to, you know what I'm saying? When I first started editing videos, I started on a Chromebook. I went to school and they gave me a free Chromebook, and then after I graduated, I was able to keep that. I started editing my YouTube videos on a Chromebook through Canva, and then I upgraded and got a gaming piece or a gaming laptop. Then I'll upgrade, at milestones when it's necessary. But sometimes we just need to get started. Cause you start thinking about stuff, and you're like, I can't do it. I ain't got no money.
I know. I'm
And then you get discouraged.
you do on my page on YouTube. I do have videos of me gaming already. I just didn't. I haven't had a video on there in a very long time. And then okay, so Truth said let's do a collaboration one day, open discussion on whatever you want to talk about. You have my email. I'm one call away.
Truth, who are you talking to?
I don't know.
Who are you talking to, Truth? You
Stan
talking to
said,
Toya
create.
or you talking to me?
Stan said, create engagement content. Start making videos or live streams. Focus on providing value to your audience, whether throughout the entertainment, education, or mix of both. Keep your high energy and engaged with the viewers. Yes, that's one thing I do like when the TikTokers engage with the people that's in their chat. And
Yes.
there are some of them I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna watch you because you're boring the mess out of me. I like when somebody be like, hey, Miss So Listen,
Yeah, I know.
how are you? I'm like, okay, there we go. We got one brownie point. And then they be the way there was this girl earlier today. I had to go ahead and follow her because she was like, why is she black girl? But she was like, why are you? She was like yelling at the game at the character, and she was like, why are we going to go search for this? Why you want to be nosy? Why can't you run out the house? I was like, I'm dead.
But I agree with that engagement. There's this YouTuber that I watch. I like his lives, but I'll be typing in the chat and he'll never say anything to me. I came in again and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna even engage in this live if nobody's gonna talk to me. One YouTuber that does a really great job at this is No Captivity with Freezy. I saw him have 150 plus people in the chat. Anybody that came into that live, he will stop the live and greet you. He is really good at engaging with his audience and creating that fan base like what Stan is talking about. Another content creator that's good at it is Drip, from the Drip Show. He will make, if you go to his channel a lot and you're like one of the moderators, you're always there. He will make you an intro video, and then when you come in the chat, he'll greet you. It's just a different experience when you engage with your people. You know what I'm saying?
Stan said, promote your channel, share your content on social media platforms, gaming forums, and Discord communities. My son has Discord, and I still don't understand how to do it. Collaborate with other creators and your niche to widen your reach. Truth said, I'm not talking to Toya, but she can come too. Stan says that engage with your audience, respond to comments, ask for feedback, create a community around your channel. Engaging with viewers builds loyalty and encourages them to share your content. True. Truth says, set up a day and time, and I'll make myself available. I see you tomorrow.
I think that that's a great idea. We should definitely make some content together. And I also love collaborating with other content creators. And I've collaborated with El Cheapo. We did a live stream on her channel. She started this new podcast called Mom AF. And so I went over there. I've collaborated with Dr. Frizzle. He brought me up on his show to do an interview. Collaborating with other content creators, joining the panels, all of it goes back into what Stan was saying, which is promote, promote, promote. I'm like, I know y'all be tired of hearing me say the same thing over and over and over again, but one day it's gonna really matter. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, people may hear you, but they may not subscribe, or they may not watch. So you gotta promote. But I'd be like, damn, I'm tired of hearing myself talk. You're like, I'm so tired of saying the same spiel. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Support this channel. Like, you get tired of saying it, but it matters. It makes a big difference.
Does. So, all right, Stan said, analyze and adapt. We use analytic tools provided by the platform to track your performance. Pay attention to what works and what doesn't. Be prepared to adjust your content strategy base. Yep, that definitely matters. On viewer preferences and trends, stay consistent. Consistency is key to growing your gaming channel. Stick
to a regular posting schedule and continue to produce content, even if growth is slow initially. I think that is so true. It is very easy to get discouraged because you feel like nobody's watching your content. And that's how we feel sometimes now at Seven Goodies. That's how we filmed it was playtime. But I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm already this far in.
There's people who did it for 10 years and didn't. You know who did it for 10 years and before they hit that 10-year mark and then they stuff just took off. It's a gamer. Corey Kenshin. He made a bunch of videos. He was on YouTube for a very long time. And then I don't know, just 1 year, all his stuff skyrocketed. So all his videos have over 20 million views.
Wow.
20 million. And then but he's funny, he's engaging, he has like content that catches your attention. And he doesn't just do like the regular gaming. He even has like little cooking things and but it's funny because some of it's kind of crazy, but it's funny. He has no little words. He's super engaging, and I'm actually happy for him because he's cool. There's him.
Yeah.
There's him.
But 10 years, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I might give up in 10 years.
That's the same thing.
That's dedication.
Yeah, but the same thing happened with Mr. Beast too. Took him a long time.
Really?
Yeah. That wasn't overnight. His mom wanted him to get a job. I remember I watched the video. I watched the video on there because I was like, I don't know, Jaden keep talking about Mr. Beast. And I watched the video. His mom wanted him to go to school and go get a regular job or whatever.
Wow.
He was dedicated to doing YouTube and he really wanted to do it. He figured out the analytics. That right there, he figured out what people were watching and how to do it. So he just got it down pat.
I'm telling you, study.
Yeah.
When I first started my YouTube journey on Ava's Playtime, I was literally watching YouTube how-to videos with a notebook. And I was writing down everything they would say. They were saying add disclaimers to your channels. I only became a YouTuber 2 years ago, but I studied. And while everybody was up here arguing, go back and forth, I was studying content. Because that's what I'm trying to get into with content creation. And even now, I'm still studying. When I watch other YouTubers, I'm looking at everything. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at how they're engaging. I'm really, really studying. You should never stop studying. Mm-mm. You should never stop studying. Okay, true. When we collaborate, do you want to do it on your channel or my channel? And True said Mr. Beast put in work. And Stan, how do you know all this about content creating? And Stan said, I am with the brigade. I am here to help. And Crafty Girl said, I like being invited to someone's house when they really know how to cook. Man,
girl, come on.
Don't get Toya started on some nasty food.
I would tell you about yourself in a heartbeat.
Toya makes her own food every holiday just because.
Don't you snitch on me?
Just because if she go to somebody's house and the food is nasty, she can come back and eat her own food. That's what our mom taught us.
That's the truth, man. I ain't gonna lie. I go to people's house and I'll be like, bruh. I give me a plate, right? But see, that plate never made it to me opening back up and eating again. It made it to a trash can when I got home. Like, you take some food? And I'd be like, yeah, nasty as hell.
Crafty Girl said, when you go to someone's house and food is not good, it's a punishment.
I know.
I'm gonna tell y'all what to say. When you go to somebody's house and the food looks nasty, this is what you say. I just ate.
Girl, no, because then they're still gonna say take some food with you,
and you take it with you and give it to the homeless people.
That's even wrong. The food that nasty, just
look, they're homeless. They're hungry. But you say I just ate, and I got a lot of leftovers. I've got to ruin my fridge. I just went grocery shopping. And A crafty girl doesn't have me rolling.
Stan, you something else. He said I joined the biggest game. They are the biggest game. Yeah, what I think about your show is.
And Stan said, at 907, you have always been respectful. I got you. You know what? I don't know why people are so disrespectful. Right? The people that you don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. But you know what it is? They're not eating right. Cause why you wake up mad? Go to sleep mad. Live life mad.
Because they got no good food. Somebody only using salt and pepper when they cook. So that's why they're just mad as hell.
You just mad. You ain't got no home cooked food.
No,
You gotta eat fast food. I'll be pissed off too.
Right, yeah. Like I already can't eat a lot, so it's just like I be mad sometimes when I'm like, dang, I'm hungry. And I went to McDonald's. I be so mad because I'm like, wasting my little 8 bites in this food gross.
Oh, and then Crafty Girl said, because you have to eat it as a guest. No, tell them I just ate. I got a lot of leftovers. I'm good. See, y'all too nice out here because I ain't taking that food with me.
I take the food and then I throw it away. Or I made the plate and left it. I did. That's one thing I definitely have done.
Yeah.
I literally have made plates and forgot about it because the food wasn't good. Like,
That's how you get that. Toya, that's so true. When you have some good food, you don't leave good food behind. When the food is nasty.
Oh yeah, they mess up boiling water. They mess up the pot too.
I knew somebody that burned a couple ramen noodles in the microwave. Don't ask me how. Drip said, I wanted to content at 13 when my parents didn't allow me back then, but became a creator 2 years ago. Well, I'm glad that you followed through, with something that you really wanted to do, Drip. That's great. And then Truth said, we can do it on your channel. The content is all yours. Truth, what are some things you want to talk about? Do you have any like food experience or anything like that? Or a special diet?
You do got experience with them boots. That hard hat and that safety vest.
Hey, you want to know about firefighters? Look, Toy gonna think about this all night long with you in them boots.
He the one who said it. You said the Timberland boots. He added the rest.
Look, that was like 30 minutes ago. Toy mine still stuck. Look, Toy can't get them boots out of her mind.
Timberland boots.
And Stan said, seriously, I am setting up my Blood Brother podcast in a few weeks. Speak on it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Stan, you sound like you studied the game. Okay? I feel like one of the videos I was watching when I first started, it was Playtime, was like how to turn your YouTube channel into a brand. And what the content creator was saying, he's like, a lot of times when people start YouTube, they don't really have like a plan in mind. They're not thinking about a brand or a business. They're just making videos, which is fine. And he was like, when I first started, I was just making videos, and then I started thinking about how to turn this into a business. So he was kind of saying the same thing you're saying, Stan, is like, kind of have a plan. A lot of people don't have a plan and they have to figure it out, but even if you don't have a plan and you're kind of figuring it out, that's okay too, because you're learning how to post content. Mm-hmm. You're learning how to engage with others. One thing you don't want to do is trying to show them brand. And you trying to show them brand by just going around making a lot of enemies.
Yeah, there's no point to make enemies.
Unless you like fighting.
Crafty girl, you come sit at the table eat with us. There's enough food. We will not judge you.
Yeah.
If anything, I probably get jealous because I can't eat as much. I be getting mad sometimes. I'm like, man.
And since I get on the parent to give a way, not the way. However, I'm learning they love listening to people that has no way. Make that make sense. I can't be silenced, army strong. I know that's right.
Yeah, a lot of these people be saying some off the wall stuff and be lying about stuff.
I don't think some people want solutions. I think some people just want to sit in the chaos and argue, and that's okay. Just go over there with it. Not something good to you.
Oh, Truth Teller said he was a cop. I don't know no more, man. I don't know no more. You gonna look at me like I'm crazy after a while. I'm like, did she really say that? Yep.
Yeah. um, Drip said I learned how to make simple thumbnails, which is a great start. Practice making your thumbnails. Just practice, practice, practice. I was about to say cop said. Truth, we promise that we're not gonna judge you because you used to be a cop.
No, you gonna judge me. Like, oh my god, she's really like this. Yep.
True, I never would have guessed that from talking with you. Um, I was a cop for 5 years in Georgia. I took a bullet. After that, I went into the medical field. Okay, but yes, truth. We'll definitely get together and we'll link up, and make some type of content. I'm very good at like creating content and like I just be making up everything. It's funny because when I first started going live, I was like, "What am I going to talk about?" And here we are.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
There's lots of things to talk about.
And now it's like I can't stop talking. Okay, truth. Okay, truth. Um. Truth, I feel like you did give me your email before, but is your email also on your YouTube channel? You know what? I need to email another person, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, Coffee Nino. He has a YouTube channel called Narratives and Dialogues. He wanted me to email him. He does. I did not know this, but Coffee Nino got it going on. He has like 100K plus subscribers, and he does like, you know when you watch those little documentaries and they go into like the backstory of something. That's what he's doing over there. Like he's doing some real legit like content creation. I'm like, okay.
That's what's up.
I knew who I was talking to.
Crafty girl, you are so right. You are girl. I got like one cabinet dedicated to seasonings. And I mean, they got 3 rows. And then, actually, no, I got like 4. Because I got a tote with more seasons in it in my little snack cabinet. And then I got a whole 3-level shelf. Yeah, 3-row shelf. Both sides got seasonings in it. And then the little shelf above the stove got my, like, flour.
All type
and
of
some
seasonings.
other stuff. Yeah.
I need to go there and get some more. All type of seasonings. And like, I was like, wow, I gotta get my seasoning game up. I went right over to his house. It took some mercy. Like, okay, now I'm getting my cabinet full.
Yeah.
Toya will have like 5 Mrs. Dashes.
I will.
She'll have like 3 lemon peppers.
No, I probably got like 4 or 5. I can't lie.
She'll have like multiples of the same seasoning.
I do. But then I have like, I got lots of different seasons in there.
But Crafty Girl, that's a good point. You said less than 10
Kiki was like,
seasons.
Toya, I need some bay leaves. You got bay leaves? I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then she went in there looking. She's like, I found bay leaves. Good, I ain't gotta go to the stove.
Yep. I go over to Toya's house on Friday, and I see the Toya guy. I said, okay, I'm making this on Saturday for breakfast.
I always wondered if the white pepper was good. I don't know what to actually use it with. But I realize I do like some. I like the paprika when it's not a whole lot, but it's really good.
They use white pepper.
I love me some Mrs. Dash.
The reason why they use white pepper in like French cooking is so that You know how you have like Alfredo sauce and you see specks of black, and that would be the black pepper. That's why they use white pepper so that their sauce is like clear or the same color.
Really, that's what they use it for?
Yeah, because I had never used white pepper until I went to culinary school. It was a French culinary school,
Hmm.
and it's like it's finer, and it kind of tastes the same, but it's just white. That's why they use it.
No,
So
I
my
like black
sauce,
pepper because I like the little zesty part.
the
But
French don't play. They don't want no brown on their eggs. They don't want no black specks in their Alfredo sauce. They're not playing no games.
but my favorite seasoning is that two step, that Cajun two
Woo!
step. Oh
Look,
my god!
we have talked about it. I have showed y'all the bottle. I have put it into probably over like 20 recipes. Get you some Cajun two step.
I've been using that relentlessly in everything. I did Cajun spaghetti. I did my baked chicken with I use the Cajun two step. I use Coors uh it's Coors stock cube, but it's the one with the tomato paste mixed in, and it's not in the seasoning aisle. It's in the international aisle, and it tastes so bomb. So that's when I do my little baked chicken. I use the Cajun two step, that cube, and some water, and I season on both sides. But see what happened is both of those they mix together, and then that cube has a lot of flavor mixed into it. It's got a lot of flavor, so you don't need a lot. And but that whew,
Yeah, I told y'all my family cooks, but we could, okay?
yes.
We don't understand. Well, we ain't gonna talk about y'all. Not y'all, but the other people. Stan said 907 family first and family first and family always. My brother, when he went the first time, I gave a disclaimer because I will go nuclear for him. I'm sure you heard him 2 cents. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody named 2 cents. But one thing I will say, Stan, is like you'll see me and then you won't see me for a minute. So I could have missed him in passing, which is a possibility. My favorite spice, that is a hard question for me.
Oh yeah, you're right, girl.
I think it's the Cajun two step, but before the Cajun two step, it was slap yo mama Cajun seasoning. Until Toya put me onto the Cajun two step.
But see, I still like slap your mama. But see, I realized see the Cajun there's a difference though. The Cajun two step is good for a lot of uh yeah, you don't want to fry with the Cajun two step. It does not. It is just. I tried it. I was like, heck no. It does not stick well with the food when it comes to frying it. Now, if you do like baked dishes or you do like you steak, you searing the meat and stuff like that, it does really well. Cause mixing it in with the water or the chicken stock, it actually pairs really well with the dishes and the flavor comes out better. Now you fry it, then leave that mess alone. It just ain't gonna work. But that slap your mama on that chicken, the slap your mama, Mrs. Dash, and that lemon pepper, bruh.
Look, just gave y'all a recipe.
I know.
This
Stop
is
talking.
what I've noticed about slap your mama. It's salty. If you use slap your mama, do not use seasoning or do not use salt. I made a Cajun Alfredo while I was trying to make Cajun Alfredo, and I used slap your mama, and my sauce became really salty. And so for my Cajun Alfredo, I would use Cajun two step because it has less salt in it.
I may have to try.
So I think they're used for like Toy said for certain things.
yes, like where Cajun two step, it is by itself. You really don't need to add much. That's why I say I just add that chicken bouillon. There it goes. It's a chicken bouillon, but it's the international kind with the tomato paste mixed in with it. That one, both of them pack a lot of flavor, and but if you over salt it with the two step, it becomes too salty. But it works out very well.
Yes.
But the slap your mama.
Don't use no
You
salt.
you don't need to use a whole lot of it. Just enough to coat the chicken, mix it around, and then mix your other seasons around.
See, that's where I messed up at.
Yeah.
Because when I made that Cajun Alfredo, I put a lot of slap your mama. Y'all, my sauce was so salty.
Thank you for sharing the channel, Stan.
And Stan, thank you so much, Stan. Stan, you're always welcome here at 907 Goodies. And if you're on a panel, you can come up and join the panel. And you can talk as much as you want because I talk a lot too.
But crafty girl, that is true. When you eat, when you're eating, you got a lipstick on, or where you got a lip gloss or whatever, and that and all that stuff come off. That's how you know the food's good. Or you get the itis.
Oh, you know what, Toya? Before you got here, I was explaining to them what the itis was. And I was like, I don't know if anybody else besides black people uses this word, but I know in black households we talk about the itis a lot. I don't know about everybody
See,
else.
I be going food comatose too much. I be like, bro, I'm done.
We be talking about the itis. But Stan said, 97, thank you for allowing me to share and always you being respectful no matter where I've seen you. I don't know why people are so disrespectful and why everyone is so mad.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know. I never saw these mad people till I got on YouTube. Okay, and then Jerome Autry. Okay, I have seen that person in the chat. I didn't realize that was your brother.
True. So when you mix all those seasonings together, like, is the flavor really good? Or do you just mix the ones that have, like, because I know they got ones with salt and without salt, if I'm not mistaken. But I think so.
We just buy the original Mrs. Dash.
But I never thought to mix them all together. Like,
and honestly, we're loyal to the original. We don't even really like the other ones.
I know I tried one time. I was like, heck no. I felt like I just like cheated
Thank
myself.
you so much, Stan. But yeah, I just buy the original Mrs. And I don't know if Mrs. Dash is always expensive or what, but I feel like it's getting kind of expensive.
You know, the only place that I found it to be semi cheap was Costco's. It was $10 for a big bottle.
Yeah, it's like $8. Like, whoa.
No, there was that little bottle, $4 at Walmart. I was just like,
Mrs. Dash was sad.
and even the medium sized bottle that's
and
like
y'all know
this size,
Mrs. Dash is
$8.
called Dash now. They took the Mrs. out of there. I think that had something to do with the world.
Yeah, I know.
y'all know how for a minute they was like, we can't say pronouns. We gotta say they. Just a bunch of craziness. But Mrs. Dash is actually Dash now. And I looked on the seasoning bottle. I said, "What the heck? I never even noticed
And you
that."
know what? It almost had that Mandela effect on me because I was like, I know this bottle said Mrs. Dash. I felt like I was just like in my own world. I know it said Mrs. Dash. I know it didn't say nothing else. He done moved the camera.
And Stan said, "I'm still waiting on my terror check like the other clowns." Look. I have never heard of that. To mix all the Mrs. Dash seasonings, it pops. How many different Mrs. Dash seasonings are there?
That's a good point.
Because we just buy the original. I know they have like a garlic one, like a table
Yeah.
one. Weird stuff. You know what? I post a lot of content, and one of the things I do a One Has to Go
Ooh, wow.
on Facebook.
I never
and
seen that black one.
I did one with seasoning. I had Mrs. Dash, Slap Your Mama, I think Old Bay seasoning, and I think another one. Everybody said Mrs. Dash had to go.
They have
No one likes Mrs. Dash on Facebook. And I was like, what?
There's 12 flavors.
There's 12 flavors?
Yeah. It's a seasoning pack. They got Italian melody, lemon pepper. I never seen a lemon pepper one. I need to go get
They
it.
have lemon pepper in there?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's probably like $10 at a little bitty bottle.
I bet you it is.
Wow. I've seen that blue one before though.
Yeah,
The
I've
green
always
one.
seen
The dark green one.
I never seen that black one though.
Me either.
I want that one.
Remember you have to order offline.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Look, shout out to the food game.
That boy said $62. No,
What?
I'm good.
For the whole case?
for 12 of them. $62.
For
This
12?
one said 64.
Wow. I never did that before. Like bought a pack of seasonings. That's smart. That's smart. Why I didn't know they
But
had
see,
smart
this one got a
flavors.
different flavor. This one got that chicken one in there. See,
I
the
think
other,
I seen that one
the other
before.
one had the.
Don't you have them at home?
No,
Hmm.
I got that garlic and herb one. They got a steak one. They must have a lot of different flavors at this point. I didn't know they had a steak one.
But
But you
it's
know what?
smart though because if you think about it, you can sell more.
Yeah, but you know what I realized?
Smart.
Because we live in Alaska, Alaska gets different stuff than what you would get down where you get. Like a lot of stuff that, um, there's a lot more big name brand stuff in Alaska because I guess they can afford it to bring the stuff up here. Whereas if it's down lower for you, a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff we don't actually get up here. He said he's Stan said I would check and hold on, let's get that. He's okay. True said 3 or 4. Stan said I would check. No. Why am my phone doing that? True said there's 12 flavors. I only mixed 3 to 4 of them. Garlic herb, original, onion herb is what I mix. So what did you use that mix for?
You know what? You know what that reminds me of? What Truth just said. Our dad used to always make his own seasoning blends. He would mix together seasonings, and I have not heard anyone say that besides you, Truth. But that just reminds me of my
Yeah, I've
dad.
been trying to figure out his seasoning mix for years.
He would make. I don't. And you
And
know what made me so
I don't
mad?
even get it. I don't know what
Our
he did.
dad in heaven now, rest in peace. He didn't tell anybody any of his recipes, which I get it. You don't want to share your recipes. You don't want to tell nobody about them.
All right, crafty girl, you have a good day.
Have a good one, Crafty. Thank you so much for coming. We
See
hope
you
to see
later.
you again next time. Subscribe to the channel. Girl, you had us rolling.
I know. Chicken
See,
and pork.
we
Okay, I'm
have
gonna have to try. You get all right, Truth. You gonna have to email a recipe.
Look.
Let me get that
Truth
recipe
said he
and
know
try
how
to
to
make it.
cook. He got the Timberlands, the firefighter outfit, the hard
Yep,
hat.
the safety vest.
Truth is just laying there one thick out here on you.
I know. He made caution sign.
I mean, truth. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
have you gone to the beach now?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I don't remember. Yeah, she remembers. She was there last night.
Oh my god.
But thank you so much, Crafty Girl, and thank you so much, Truth. Said rest in peace to your dad. He said I'm an old soul, but yeah, my dad would mix together seasonings.
You and your sisters make the seasonings we can purchase because everyone on YouTube is rich. Seriously, come up with the recipe for seasoning. We should.
You know what? I think that 907 Goodies has the potential to be a brand. Whether that's frozen food, to go food, seasonings, sauces. I think 907 Goodies could be all that. Because it's a name that you would resonate with good food. And so it's like that would be dope for us to have products on the shelf. Wouldn't that be tight, Toya?
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah, we have
Because
some
like she
clothes.
does a lot of the cooking. I do a lot of baking.
Yeah, so I want you to be able to go into the store, buy your big bang cookware. You can get your utensils. You can get your measuring cups, plate set. You know when you go into Walmart and you see like Dolly Parton, how she has like cast iron skillets. She got tablecloths, napkins. That's what I want 907 Goodies to be like. I want it to be like a brand that you could really have in your home, and then you can have the cookbook, and then be watching the YouTube channel along with it. But like Stan said, all this is not going to happen overnight.
In truth, I'll be waiting for that recipe, and I hope I love it. I read that comment.
And it's all going to start with shout out to Truth for coming through, always supporting the channel. Your guys' support really does matter so that we can continue to cook. And continue to eat and enjoy food. We need the support. But yeah, I wanted to just be in the store. You know, you get your frozen meals. You can go to the gas station and get like pre-made, pre-packaged food. And with the 907 Goodies brand, I think, you know, we could have our Big Bank seasoning, Big Bank cookware. You know, y'all see where I'm going with this? We got the Big Bank plates, plate set, all of that. Um, I since I promise and I don't promise because of my chosen profession. Set it up, let's go. But where do I start? Like where do I start with like I feel like I have so many ideas that I'm working on at the moment. And like I want to do a cookbook, right? I've gotten a couple of pages of that written down. I have all my recipes. I just have a lot going on. I feel. I just have a lot going on. And then I also got the kids content that I'm doing. So I feel like I'm doing too much. And I feel like I start a bunch of tasks and then I'm like halfway at every task. And it just drives me crazy. But you know what Ava was telling me the other day? She was like, Mommy, just relax. Right, Ava? And yes, Dan, and I have your number. I'll send you a text.
Make this place of food and get out of here.
Yes, y'all. I'm about to tell y'all the goodbye speech. We've been up here for almost 3 hours.
I am.
When you are having good conversation and you're eating good food, you can talk for a long time. But I gotta put Ava to bed. She's been sneaking and stealing all this time. This is what we cooked. We have sweet chili shrimp, hoisin ginger chicken, and we got some rice and some stir fry. We eating good. We eating good. I owe you guys a lot of pictures because I've been cooking, but I haven't had time to make my pictures. But tonight, what I'm gonna work on is in the morning we're gonna do a live stream, and it's gonna be an open panel format. So come and join the live stream and share your thoughts. I'm gonna work on getting that set up tonight and finding a topic. But we're gonna be back here in the morning. We're gonna be on StreamYard. So we're gonna have the laptop out. We're gonna be doing an open panel. We're gonna be talking to them. That's the moral of the story. And then I have some pre-recorded content coming out on Wednesday. I have a whole bunch of videos I need to finish editing. And True said, okay, ladies, I'm heading to work. Reach out to me tomorrow so we can set the collab up. Stay blessed, breathtaking, and beautiful. Stan said, you will understand that most people get stuck in the planning phase, but not the execution phase. I got you. Yeah, I feel like I'm stuck in the execution phase. That's a good way to put that. But thank you guys so much, and shout out to Truth for coming through with the 50 and supporting the channel and making this whole day worth it. I did 3 live streams today, which is really, really crazy, but I didn't live stream at all yesterday. So go back and check the other 2 out. We're finna get up out of here. Shout out to everybody that came through. We had some great conversations. Ava, you wanna come say bye?
Girl, she tired.
She tired. It's alright, Toya. You wanna say bye? Toya man gone, so she gone now too.
Bye bye. I'm done with you.
And then Truth said love is love. And you know what? There's not enough of that in the world. See, this is what Toya do. She come in and bring one thing and then take everything.
I'm not taking everything.
No, but you know what?
I need a spoon for that.
Y'all always, you can probably grab a new one out the drawer.
Nope.
Y'all always ask me, what do you do with the food after you cook?
This is
you have
what
a lot of
happens.
food? Look, y'all saw me when I was making the steak nachos. My other sister literally pulled up on me and took the nachos. She
And I was mad I didn't get none.
I know, so I'm making some more.
I
I owe
this
Toya a steak.
nigga.
I owe Toya a steak. Um, Truth said bye, Toya.
Bye,
And you put a bunch of hearts behind it. No, I'm just playing. She over here blushing though. And Stan said, 907, we will always do things bigger and better. Yes, and you know what? I love the positivity from Stan and from this channel. I just feel like we need so much more of it. Stan said family first and family always. I love family, but you know what? Sometimes family be pushing it though.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta cuss them out real quick.
we get in arguments all the time.
But the next day you love them. Don't cut people off. You know, don't hold too many grudges. Life is short.
Don't mind me, I'm stealing food.
Okay, Truth said bye, Toya, with a bunch of hearts this time.
What the heck?
Look, we spoke into existence. But leave a comment down below after this live stream ends. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Shout out to Truth. And thank y'all for tuning in to Sunday Dinner with Chef Big Bank and Toya now. Now I can say Sunday Dinner with the family because Toya never came.
Hey, look, I can't. It just took a long time. Why did that happen?
See y'all next time. Peace. We out of here.